Um, so do you think the wheel market is oversaturated right now? Because there are like a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
wheel
I mean
companies.
everything's oversaturated. Wheels,
Yeah.
skates. I mean, look how many skate brands there are.
Yeah, that's true.
Wheels, and there's new wheels coming out. There's like, you know, I stayed with Clark Kirkman from Faction when I was in when I went to Crowder Power, and he's starting a whole new wheel brand at Ain in Texas. Um, with all new molds. He has full size. He's gonna have full size run, all new molds. You know, all these wheels. So it's like that's gonna be another wheel company. When I stopped at 50/50, I stopped with Lawrence. You know, Lawrence is a very old friend of mine, and he does great things. You know, but he has, I mean, between Compass, Chroma, 50/50, and Standard. Like if you look at the amount of wheels, just just the amount of different wheels he has on the market, that's like more than all the small brands combined, just on that one company. And then you have, same with Undercover. So it's like there's just a lot of wheels out there. That's like why I said earlier, it's a wheel brand, and we want to do cool wheels, but the focus is also really on soft goods mainly now. It's also why we started bearings. But yeah, it's saturated. And with the skates, I mean, you can't have that many skate companies surviving, because there's a lot of money. That's those wheel companies, they can survive because it's like not as big an investment, but skate companies is a big investment.
For sure.
Especially people like Julio who are all in. Like his entire life and money and everything is in them. And when all these new companies start coming out, like he's the one who's gonna be hurt the most with all the competition. Cougar is such a big brand. Echo, big brand. Some of these other brands, there's a lot of money behind them, so it doesn't matter if they don't do as well, because they're not all in with everything they have.
Yeah, it seems like Julio, he's got a lot more to lose than some of these bigger backed skate
Yeah,
brands. But I think,
and luckily he has such a core following with that brand. And it came over from Valo, so I mean, I don't think it's gonna like be too bad for him, but it's like the more brands that come out, it's like the more competition. It's just it can't sustain itself.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with the person behind the company. Like that's one thing that gives Dream the upper hand is, first off, the logos are cooler than any other logos that are out. But then also, the person behind it, we know your history in rollerblading. And then also it's kind of, because it's a smaller brand, it's more exclusive. And I think rollerbladers have always liked, exclusivity, if I'm saying that right. But having something that's not extremely mass produced. It's kind of more unique. It's kind of more of a craft wheel, I guess you could say, if that makes sense. But I think that's something that, will really help it stand out in a oversaturated market with all these companies that are, doing the big things.
Yeah, no, that's true. And Jordan says that 50/50 is gonna move their wheels over to Chroma, so that would be
I mean, are people buying 50/50 wheels though?
I feel like a lot of people buy 50/50 wheels.
50/50 wheels for real?
They're cheaper. I mean, they're the same factory as where
Yeah,
we get the
cheaper
wheels made.
wheel, and then you're just gonna shred right through them. Like, why
No,
not buy cool
they're the
wheels
same.
and support
They're the same
owners?
factory. They're cheaper because they're not like, I mean, they're not I guess Pro Wheels or whatever. Like Chroma's like their premium brand with the Pro
Which
Wheels, so
Chroma
they're a
is
little bit
high.
more
Look
expensive.
at that.
But they're good wheel, the 50/50.